Hello everyone, this is Lindsay from windingroadcrochet.com, and in this video I am going to show you how to decrease with the corner to corner crochet stitch. If you haven't watched part 1 of this video, I will put a link in the description box below. In part 1 we learned how to increase using the corner to corner crochet stitch. If you watch the part 1 video, you will notice that I am going to continue using the crochet charts as a visual aid for this project. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button below, and let me know in the comments what crochet stitch you would like to see me do next. So here's my example from part 1 where we increased for 4 rows, and now we are going to decrease and turn this into a nice neat little square. And in order to decrease, we really don't want to be moving out anymore, but we're going to need to be moving in. So now we are going to make stitches that are going to move us up towards the direction of the 2 red arrows. So if you look at where our hook is right now, we are at the very far corner, but we no longer want to move up, we want to move over. So we are going to need to slip stitch in the top of the last 3 double crochet in order to move our hook over to the other corner of this square here. We'll do a second slip stitch in the second double crochet, third slip stitch in the third double crochet, and then from here we are going to chain 3 up so that we're ready to do our next square. And then we're just going to keep repeating everything. In order to move up, we're going to keep repeating everything that we did previously. We're just going to make sure that we stop so that we are flush to the top of this of the last row, and so that everything still continues to work in. So we'll work 3 double crochet into the turning chain, just like we've been doing. We're going to slip stitch the next turning chain, chain up 3, 3 double crochet into that turning chain, and we are going around the turning chain, not into it. We're going to slip stitch to the next turning chain, chain up 3. And then it is true that we can do 2 more squares here, but we do actually want to just do 1. We want to stop as soon as we are flush with the previous row. Because if we do 1 more on top of this square that's in the corner, we're going to continue working up and no longer have a square, we'll be working a rectangle. And I'll show you more about working a rectangle in the next video. So now you can see if we stop here, we are going to be following our 2 red arrows and turning this into a square. But once again, we are on the wrong side of this square. So to start this next row, we are going to slip stitch into the 3 double crochet of the previous row to move our hook over to the other side of this square. And that's how you're going to start the beginning of every decrease row. Is going to start with 3 slip stitches and then 3 chain. Turn your work, and then this row we only have 2 squares to work. So we have 2 squares here. So we're going to do 3 double crochet into the turning chain, slip stitch to the next turning chain, chain 3, do 3 double crochet into that turning chain that we just slip stitched to, and then slip stitch to this top turning chain. And then we'll stop here because we don't want to move any further up. We want to stay flush. We want to keep making sure we are making a square. So again, you can see our arrows and how we are moving, still moving in the same direction. So to start this next row, which will be our last row, our last square, we are going to slip stitch over 3, so into the top of the last 3 double crochets that we made. where we're going to chain up 3. We'll chain up 3, turn, and then we'll work our last square. So we'll do 3 double crochet into this turning chain, 2 and 3, and then we will slip stitch to that last turning chain. And there you are. There we have a square. That's all it takes to do a decrease. You just do 3 slip stitches at the beginning of the row to move yourself over to the other side of your square, and then you chain 3 up and continue working your squares at a diagonal. So there you have it. Feel free to check out my stitch tutorial part 4 of the corner to corner crochet stitch series, where I will show you how to single crochet around the edge of your square. It's a really good habit to know. It's a really good way to add a border, and I will put the link in the description box below to that video as well. So if you did like this tutorial, I'm glad to hear it. I will be making a lot more parts of the corner to corner crochet series that I'm doing, because there's definitely a lot of things to learn about it. Everything from making charts to crocheting charts. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you get notified of any other videos I have coming out. And definitely hit the like button if you're enjoying this stitch.